If you are a real estate agent and you're currently running Facebook ads or thinking about running Facebook ads, then you're gonna wanna watch this video. I'm Amanda Fezolani, and here on this channel, we help real estate agents close more deals by mastering your marketing, branding, and advertising strategies. Now, in this video, we are going to cover mistakes that real estate agents are making with their Facebook ads. So we're gonna break it down step by step, and I'm gonna tell you how to avoid some of these mistakes. So let's dive right into mistake number one. Mistake number one is things have changed. It is now, at the time of making this video, 2022. And the days of running Facebook ads and not really knowing what you're doing are long gone. They've been gone since about 2018, 2019. You could still get lucky in 2018, but things definitely changed in 2020, especially last year when there were talks of the iOS 14 update. So for those of you who are iPhone users, there was an update to the privacy settings that kind of jumbled things up for Facebook advertisers like us. Now, that being said, what exactly do I mean by things have changed? Well, there's the iOS 14 update. There's also the fact that if you are a real estate agent, you have to be using the special ad category checkbox. Like, you have to have that checked off if you're going to be running ads, because Facebook wants to make sure that you're not violating any fair housing rules or taking any discriminatory practices, right? So keep that in mind, that when you're setting up these ads, if you're running into the issue of your Facebook ad constantly getting rejected, it is probably because you are not following the rules and checking off that box that says special ads category, which has been around for a long time, or you are doing something else, which we'll cover in a little bit. Now, mistake number two is that real estate agents are not choosing the right objective. Now, this goes for any business, but when it comes to Facebook ads, you want to make sure that you choose the right objective. What exactly is the right objective? Well, it depends on what it is you're running the ad for. You have to start with the end in mind. So, good rule of thumb is that if you are looking to just drive a ton of traffic to your real estate website in order to generate leads, then you can opt for choosing a traffic campaign objective, and this will work for you, especially if you put, quite a bit of budget. Now, the bonus about running a traffic campaign objective is that you can oftentimes have a smaller budget than you would if you chose something like the conversion objective, right? Now, if you have ever run Facebook ads before, you know what I'm talking about when it pops up and it's asking you which objective you want to choose. Now, there are a variety of different objectives that are going to give you different results, and it's best to spend a certain amount of money behind each objective. And Facebook actually has benchmarks for what the right amount of budget is for those, which I'll tell you in just a minute for two of them. Now, we run quite a lot of Facebook ads, whether it be for a real estate business or for our e-commerce business, which is designed for agents, where we sell daily planners for real estate agents, t-shirts, hoodies, and all of that stuff. You can learn more about that in the description below. That's not what this video is about, though. So, as far as the mistake when it comes to not choosing the right campaign objective, what you want to do is think about, okay, am I looking to get more leads or more eyeballs? Am I looking to build brand, or am I just looking to get leads? Am I looking to double dip? How much of a budget do I have to work with, right? So you want to make sure, like I said before, that you're starting with the end in mind and not just mindlessly choosing a campaign objective that's not going to work for you, right? So if you have a branding video where it's you looking super cool and going around a neighborhood and stuff like that, and you run an ad with this, but you choose the campaign objective and the ad only points to your YouTube video or to a blog post, that's not going to actually get you leads, and that's going to be a big waste of your budget, right? You might want to go with the build awareness or build engagement objective, right? That's what's going to work for that kind of video. Now, if you have a brand new listing and you're looking to get people to give you their email, name, and phone number in exchange for getting the details about that brand new listing, right? Or you're trying to create buzz for that brand new listing, then what you're going to want to do is choose something like traffic or conversions. Now, let's talk about budget. All right. Mistake number 3 is budget, not understanding how much it is that you need to spend. Now, I remember back in, I want to say 2018, 2019, I started doing speaking engagements at brokerages, and I had real estate agents asking me, oh, I've been testing ads at $1, $2 a piece. Now, back in 2018, 2019, that could have worked. You could have maybe gotten away with testing stuff where you're spending $1 to $2 a day, $3 a day, but that is not going to work now. The cost of Facebook ads has risen, just like inflation for everything else, right? You pay more for your dozen of eggs at the grocery store. Same goes for your advertising costs. It's just the way things are. Now, that being said, what is the ideal budget to start with, and what is the ideal budget to spend as a whole depending on your objective? So let me break it down. Now, when it comes to testing, we have found a sweet spot of always starting off between $10 to $15 per day. And that is what we start off with in order to test whether or not an ad is going to work for us, right? And bear in mind that we're doing $10 to $15 a day to test an ad. Maybe we're testing it in comparison to another ad to see which video works better, or which photo works better, which call to action works better, what words work better, right? But we're only doing that for just a few days. We're not letting it run for 2 weeks at $10 to $15 a day, right? Now, how much budget should you really be spending for your campaign as a whole, right? So Facebook actually has benchmarks for this, and we spoke to one of the Meta consultants, which is what they're called now, and they actually let us know that for conversion ads, like if you're going to choose a conversion campaign objective when you're setting up your real estate Facebook ad, you're going to want to spend a minimum of about $120 per day. So you want to keep that in mind, because here's the thing. When you choose the conversion campaign objective, what's happening is you're telling the Facebook algorithm to look for people to show your ad to who are highly, highly, highly likely to convert. And more likely than not, these people are people who have converted on other ads before. So Facebook has this knowledge about them, right? So this is a very, very strong objective, right, to use, but you have to have the money to back it up. You can't just expect to see massive results with this if you're spending less than what Facebook recommends, $120 per day. Now, can you get results with spending less? Yes, absolutely. But what Facebook actually told us is that the reason that they recommend that much is because when they've surveyed a bunch, like tons of successful brands who are running conversion objective ads, they noticed that that was the benchmark. That was the amount of money that they needed to spend per day in order to maximize their results and get more bang for their buck. So keep that in mind, right? Now, it goes without saying when it comes to Facebook ads, it's all about testing. Test. You never know what's going to work for you versus what's going to work for the next person in a different market. So you want to keep that in mind. Now, I said that you can start testing ads at $10 to $15 a day, but you really want to be able to scale them to a higher number as it goes on and you see that it's having success, right? We've scaled to as far up as $350, $400 a day for certain ads, right? And that might not apply to you. It may apply to you. It all depends on what your budget is. Now, if you are not ready to spend $120, $300 per day on an ad, maybe you want to tweak your strategy, and instead of running a conversion campaign, you go ahead and run a traffic campaign, right? So you're getting more eyeballs, more visits to your real estate website to generate leads, but Facebook is going to more so look for people who are highly likely to click versus highly likely to convert. You're still going to generate leads in this way, but they might not be as easily convertible as the ones if you chose the campaign conversion. But the benefit of this is that the conversion campaign. But the benefit of this is that you will get to spend a little less money and kind of see those results. So here's a pro tip. We actually will sometimes run a traffic ad for a smaller budget, see how that goes. And by smaller, I mean like $50, $75 a day, right? we'll run that on a smaller budget and then see how that goes. If we see that that ad is performing really well as a traffic campaign, we will actually rinse and repeat that same ad, but as a conversion campaign, and start off with that higher budget off the bat to then run with that strategy. Right? So just some food for thought, throwing ideas out so that you can try and implement those in case you are having struggles with how much am I supposed to spend, what campaign objective should I choose, etc. Right? And this brings me to mistake number 4. Now, mistake number 4 is, it almost goes without saying nowadays, but at the same time, even Alex and I have just come to the realization, I want to say like 2 months ago, that wow, there is no escaping this. And it is that video is king. That is mistake number 4. Real estate agents are not using video with their Facebook ads. Now, hear me out. You open up Instagram or you open up Facebook, what do you see? You're either seeing tons of carousel posts or tons of video posts. These video posts being reels or stories. When you watch Instagram stories and you are swiping through, you're getting served a video ad. It's rare that you get served just a static photo, like a plain photo or a very texty image, right? Oftentimes it's a video. Now, when you're on Facebook, same thing. If you're watching videos on Facebook, there's going to be ads mixed in there. So if you as a consumer on your phone are seeing video ads over and over again as you're consuming videos within these apps, right? Instagram, Facebook, even LinkedIn and TikTok, right? They are all video centric. So that begs the question, why are you not using video, right? As a real estate agent, you actually probably have tons of videos at your fingertips and you don't even realize it. Now, what do I mean by that? You probably have property video tours, and these don't even have to be for brand new listings. You can recycle an old property video tour and use it for a Facebook ad to generate leads, right? You can even use it for your organic content marketing strategy by just recycling all of those old property videos, but telling people, hey, click the link in my bio or click here within the ad, right? To view properties like this one, right? This one's sold, but you can view properties like this one at this website. Now, video is king, right? So let's just circle back what the main mistakes are in today's day and age when it comes to Facebook ads as a real estate agent, right? You want to make sure that you understand that things have changed, right? What worked 3 years ago, 5 years ago, even 1 year ago doesn't necessarily work the same now, right? And then keep in mind what works for someone else might not work for you, right? Strategies that work for me in New York and budget type and all of that stuff is going to be different for an agent who's maybe in a smaller area in Louisiana, right? Or a medium city somewhere in Texas, right? Number 2 is that you're going to want to make sure that you're choosing the right objective, right? Understand what your goal is for the Facebook ad. What do you want to get out of it? And go ahead and choose the objective accordingly. Then number 3 is that you want to make sure that you are actually putting budget into these ads. Don't be cheap about it. You want to make sure that you're actually giving these ads a fighting chance to get you more business, to do what you set out to do, right? And then number 4 is that video is king. Make sure that you are implementing the use of videos in your Facebook ads. So there you have it. Those are the 4 mistakes that agents are making right now when it comes to Facebook ads. Now, if you enjoyed this video, I want you to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you know every time we upload a video, which is twice a week with Alex and I. And I do want to invite you to sign up for Marketing Mondays. It's completely free. And you can get the link in the description below or somewhere around this video, wherever you're watching. We put out a ton of content. Every Monday morning, you'll get a free email sent to your inbox breaking down production, marketing, branding, and advertising strategies that are bite-sized. You can read with your morning coffee. Definitely go check that out in the link in the description below. And if you have any questions about what I talked about in this video, comment below, let me know. And if you made it this far into the video, say hello in the comments below also, because we would love to hear from you and help you close more deals by mastering your marketing and branding and production strategies. I'll see you in the next video.